Way back in 1859, we struck oil for the first time in Titusville, Pennsylvania. We've been doing the same thing since then. The oil and gas industry hasn't changed that much. Yeah, there's been some technological innovation, but we still punch holes in the ground to get our hands on oil and natural gas. Back when we struck oil, do you think that there were gasoline stations deployed all the way across the United States and around the world as we see today? Well, the answer is no. It took decades for those gasoline stations and infrastructure to be put in place so the combustion engine could run. Yet today, now that we're moving to electric vehicles, everybody talks about it being impossible. Where are the charging stations? The charging stations are not like gasoline stations. They're not out in the open and they're not obvious. But it will take some time for them to be fully deployed in the way that gasoline stations are today. So let's get realistic about it. I mean, I'm sure back when we first processed gasoline and the combustion engine was brought to market, the people who were in the horse business must have said, "This is nuts. You're going to run out of gasoline. Where are you going to get the gasoline? A horse is dependable. You just feed it oats, you climb on it, and it'll take you where you tell it to go." Well, I think we did a lot better by going ahead and getting the automobile to market. And we're not talking about getting rid of the automobile. We're just saying there's a better way to run it, a cleaner way to run it. So the electrification of the economy marches on. I just don't understand why there's so many status quo people out there who feel that the idea of changing the energy matrix for the economy or for an automobile is such an impossible task. What's especially strange to me is that here we are with all these different industries that have been revolutionized, yet oil and gas, where's the revolution there? Well, we're trying to enact it. There's just a lot of people fighting it and pushing back. I don't get it. I'm not a status quo guy. A lot of you aren't status quo people, but obviously there's still a lot of what I won't call them Luddites, but they're status quo people. I like what Kingsley Amis, the famous novelist, had to say about change. Change is the only sign of life. Let's make some changes here.